Welcome to this June 22nd edition of What's Happening in Crypto, broadcasting to you from the San Francisco Harbor and bringing you all of the latest. The markets are getting wrecked once again. Bitcoin's down nearly 10% in the last 24 hours. All the altcoins, of course, are following suit, many of them registering substantial losses. And what is the reasoning behind this? The technical analysts will say it was written in the cards. But the reality is that we have a market which is continually trying to mature. However, we keep getting news events that send an already jittery, panicked market into further panic. Remember, the cryptocurrency market overall is quite small compared to things like gold, and it's just a drop in the bucket compared to the global derivatives market, for example. So it's definitely a niche market. When we do see certain fear events happen, they can have a drastic impact. Now, the latest fear event is out of Japan. The Japanese regulatory authorities have issued BitFlyer and 5 of the other major exchanges with notices that there are new rules, and those new rules are imposing anti-money laundering practices onto them. BitFlyer, as one example, is suspending all new accounts until they can comply with the new rules. These are not surprising news stories. Something like Japan saying we need stronger AML practices should not cause market panic. But people hear things and they start to panic. The BitHum hack the other day, that resulted in about a 5% drop in the market. The price of cryptocurrencies is incredibly volatile. We know this. There's constant FUD by the bankers. There's constant news cycles going all the time about all the bad things happening in crypto. But there's a lot of good things happening too. For example, just in the last day, we've seen some really great developments happen. The Winklevoss twins in the news yet again. They have won a new patent for crypto-based ETPs. That is, of course, another step in the Winklevoss brothers' quest to professionalize the cryptocurrency industry, and just another new patent in their line of patents that they already have. The St. Louis Federal Reserve has come out and said that they are now going to be tracking a crypto index fund. Basically, the coins that are listed on Coinbase, minus Ethereum Classic currently, I think. That is, I think, very encouraging because it really actually shows, to an extent, the recognition of a big institution like the Federal Reserve. I mean, side note, screw the Federal Reserve, but still, it shows that they're watching, it shows that they're taking an interest. A very big development in the Mt. Gox case. There has been a new ruling in Japan, all about Japan today it seems, but there has been a new ruling in Japan that the Mt. Gox trustee will no longer be selling the Bitcoin for dollars, but actually will be returning Bitcoin to investors. Now, this is a new, fresh story. We're still waiting on all the details, but that is a very exciting turn of events if it does turn out to play out like that. The South Korean government putting $200 million into blockchain development and research. Wow, that's a lot of money. I know China recently has put in $1 billion. Some of the big cryptocurrency exchanges are also throwing around a lot of money in blockchain and cryptocurrency development. The governments believe in it, the institutions believe in it, the developers believe in it, the community believes in it. The market, though, is a different story. And when we look at Bitcoin, for example, while the price of Bitcoin has changed recently, I want to ask you a question. Do you believe that the fundamentals of Bitcoin have changed? Because when I look at that, my answer is that no, the fundamentals of Bitcoin have not changed. Only the price has changed. And our perception of the quality of that technology can change based on the price. Stay focused on the fundamentals. And I know that there could be a lot of people out there hurting from the current market situation, but remember, market situations are temporary. Over in Quebec, new rules for Bitcoin miners. New rules are going to see miners having to bid for power. Quebec basically went to the miners and said, you're welcome in Quebec, but we want something in return. We don't just want you to be coming here and using our power. And yes, we'll get a little return on that, but we actually want something more for the citizens of Quebec if you're going to be coming here and exploiting our infrastructure. And so they will now have to bid for that power. And finally, CNBC coming out and saying that ICOs are not so hot these days. Well, CNBC, of course, the arbiter of all things crypto, but nevertheless, the reality is that there are still a great percentage of very, very promising ICO projects in development and that are coming out into the market all the time. There are going to be 5,000 plus ICOs this year based on some estimates. And on those numbers, you have to think that of the 5,000, maybe 500 are going to be good. Of the 500 good ones, maybe 100 are going to be exceptional. Of the 100 exceptional ones, maybe we're going to have 20 or 30 that just break the mold. Something totally new, something totally innovative, something that's going to develop the ecosystem in a whole new and exciting way. And of course, when that kind of technology happens, we usually see great returns for investors. But hey, DYOR, as always, guys, the ICO market is a tricky game to play without a doubt. That is all from the Crypto Lark for today. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.